And we're live. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Animation Commendation with your host, Ibrahim, aka Mark Brown, for episode 3 of my second season of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire-Animation Edition, the game show where I ask questions about anything at all related to animation, and hopefully one of my 10 contestants can get to the million. Today, I'm kind of excited because we have probably the most famous person on this game show, the BlackCriticGuy from YouTube.
Way to stroke my ego there, buddy. We have probably one of the most famous people on the show.
Yes. Expecting a lot from you.
Ooh, I feel the pressure, man. I feel the pressure. You know, just because I'm probably the most popular person on the game show doesn't mean I'm also the smartest or the most knowledgeable. So just thought I'd let you know that. You know, if I don't get that far, don't hate me. Don't think less of me, please.
Okay, we'll forgive you this time. For those of you who don't know, BlackCriticGuy is a YouTube channel where he reviews movies, anime, top 10 lists, and all that. But I'll give him a chance to introduce himself. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, you kind of stole my thunder. You already said everything I do. I quit this game. I can't even properly introduce myself. What is this? Now, as Mark put it, I review movies, anime, TV shows on a somewhat daily basis. I also do special videos like top 10 lists. I create my own various series and all that good stuff. I just basically like talking. I'm a talker, as you can probably tell watching this video right now. And anybody who's watching from my channel who is subscribed to me, they know I love to talk. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of the BlackCriticGuy.
Nice. Well, I want to thank you so much for coming on this show.
No, I really appreciate it. I mean, it was so interesting to get to meet you because for those of you who don't know, he and I actually shared a class together, and he literally pointed me out. I'm like, oh shit! I mean, oh man, there's somebody in here that knows me. That's pretty cool. So, and he reached out to me saying, hey, I have this whole game show. Would you like to be on it? Come support me. And I love supporting smaller channels. I like supporting acquaintances. So yeah, I was like, let me on this.
Nice. So thank you once again for that. And what would you say your relationship with animation is generally?
Animation is my favorite genre of anything, of film, of TV. Animation is my heart. I mean, like most kids, I grew up with animation, but unlike most kids, I never really grew out of animation. I've always saw the best in animation, and I feel like animation gets the short end of the stick a lot. You know, they think that it's just kids' fare. You know, it's for kids. You know, there's no serious cartoons. There's no adult cartoons. No. Animation is just kiddie stuff. You know, and that upsets me because there are actually some great animated films, great animated TV shows geared towards adults that tackle serious, mature themes. I mean, most of anime does this. I mean, yeah, sure. Most of the time, they handle it in a very sophomoric fashion. But they still do address that there is an audience out there that is above the age of 12 and have a IQ higher than a potato. So I just hate when I see people shoot animation down and say that it's just kids' fare, lessening the art form of it. So yeah, that's my stance on animation. I love it to death. And again, it is my favorite genre. Like if anyone said, what's your favorite film genre? What's your favorite genre in general? Animation, because it has such a wide range. It's not limited to just, again, kid stuff. You can do drama, you can do action, thriller, any type of genre under the sun, animation. So anyway, sorry I rambled there.
No, that's fine. Yeah, because we share the same sentiment. Animation gets the short end of the stick so often, and it's just horrible. And I don't know, I can't remember if you mentioned this, but the class we shared together was actually an animation class.
Yeah, it was an introduction to animation. So hey,
animation history.
What a coincidence, huh? He has a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire-Animation Edition. We took an animation class together, so it all comes full circle in a sense. It all comes full circle.
It's a small world after all, to quote Disney.
Who did animation?
Exactly. So it's all connected in the great circle of life. See, another one.
See, you did another. Are you just gonna keep shooting out Disney references throughout this?
Hopefully, if they don't sue me, sure.
They just might.
So for those who tune in for the first time, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? It's a 12-question multiple choice game. As long as BlackCriticGuy keeps getting questions right, he goes higher up the ladder. Once he gets one wrong, that's the end of the game, and he leaves with the points from the last safe haven. And he has three lifelines to help him. A 50-50, gets rid of 2 wrong answers. A phone a friend, he can call someone for help. Or ask the expert. This season our expert is Robert Lydon. I've asked Robert all these questions before, and BlackCriticGuy can see how he answered and decide if he wants to go with that or not.
Oh, that name sounds so familiar to me. Robert Lang. I wonder why.
You might know him.
Maybe.
So, BlackCriticGuy, the big question. Are you ready to play Millionaire?
Oh, yeah, baby. Let's do this.
Let's do this. Come on. Okay, screen share. Here we go.
Okay. I need all of you to keep me in your thoughts and prayers. Help me win this. BlackCriticGuy, BCG Nation. Let's go.
Let's go. BCG Nation, he needs your help.
The BCG, I need you right now. Huh?
Yeah. You see the screen, right?
Yes. Who wants to be a Millionaire-Animation Edition?
Exactly, yes. Hopefully they don't sue me either. All right, and this is the ladder of points. Just to remind you, the yellow ones are your benchmarks. Once you get to those, you can't lose them no matter what.
Well, let's hope I get to that million.
Here's our expert, Robert Lydon. For those of you who don't know him, check him out, youtube.com/otherrobert. He does movie reviews, TV trailer reviews, and he's a big TV show fan, especially Once Upon a Time. He's your guy for that.
Yeah, he definitely looks familiar. I wonder why.
I wonder why, too. Well,
can't put my tongue on it, though.
Nah. Well, it'll probably come to you during the game. Okay, are you ready?
As I'll ever be, I guess. I got butterflies in my stomach, so that's a clear sign that I think I'm ready to go.
Okay, let's go. 500 points, BlackCriticGuy.
Okay.
The 2004 Pixar film, The Incredibles, is about a family who are all what? Veterinarians, film critics, hip-hop artists, superheroes.
Ooh, that's tough, man. Ooh, The Incredibles, such an obscure film.
Yeah, you have lifelines, don't forget.
Man, I'm gonna have to go out on a limb here, and I'm gonna have to say D.
Superheroes?
Yeah.
And nothing is. I forgot to tell you, nothing is final until you say final answer. Is that your final answer?
Final answer. Yes, final answer.
Oh, you went out on a limb there, man. I mean, you could be wrong, could be right. Is this the end of the game for you? Your answer is correct.
Yeah! Oh man, I really got scared there for a second. I mean, no one ever seen The Incredibles, so oh man, what a reach!
Yeah, this film. You could probably check it out sometime. It's an obscure one, you know.
Yeah, very obscure. One of Pixar's lesser known films.
Yes. It's not as big as that famous Good Dinosaur one.
Oh yeah, The Good Dinosaur. No, not as big as Cars. Cars, critically acclaimed film.
Cars too. Yes, good stuff.
Good stuff. Mater eating wasabi. That's 10 out of 10 gold comedy right there.
Anything with Michael Caine in it is my cup of tea.
I'll get it because he's British. Ooh.
Exactly. All right, you're doing fine, BlackCriticGuy. The next one is the 1,000 points. I have to remind you, if you get it wrong, you lose and leave with nothing. I don't think it'll happen, but I have to remind you.
Oh, don't scare me like that, dude. It will look like a failure in the eyes of my subscribers.
Let's just say no one up to now has ever failed at this point.
Oh, so. Now you put the pressure even harder. I'll be the first, the BlackCriticGuy was the first one to fail, the 1,000 points.
Well, it's up to you how you want to do it. Let's see. 1,000. All right. In 1988, the first feature film wherein live action and animation shared the screen for the entire film was released. What was it called? Who Framed Richard Rhino? Who Framed Ryan Rat? Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Who Framed Reese Raccoon?
All right, well, I gotta say, I'm glad that this is the question because, it is not even joking. One of my favorite films of all time, and actually cemented my love for animation, and actually inspired me to write a screenplay with a similar premise. But buddy, I'm gonna go with Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo, Catch a Tiger by the Toe, if it all to go Eeny, Meeny, Miny, C. Final answer.
Final answer. Well, is this the end of the game for you, or did you know your stuff? Your answer is correct. Nice.
Looks like I live to fight another day, guys.
Yes. So
and may I say, is that really the first? That's the first film where live action and animation shared the screen together. I thought Pete's Dragon or some like older film also did that? I'm just asking questions.
No, no. From my research, it said it was the first one where they shared the film for the entire film.
Oh, for the entirety of the film. Well, no, that makes sense because Pete's Dragon, he showed up now and again, and then he disappeared.
He disappeared every now and then. But this was the one where there was a cartoon character and a human throughout every script.
You know what was so beautiful about the film too? Usually, like with films like this, it just has human actors interacting with animated things.
Yeah.
But in the movie, you actually have animated characters holding real things. Like you saw the scene where they hold up the gun up to Eddie Valiant, real guns, real powerful. Oh my god, they actually integrated live action into the animation too. Like it's a shared thing. Yeah, and film. Oh, go ahead. I was going to say no film before or after it has ever done something like that. And it's baffling to me because it was such a success, such a breath of fresh air, and everybody loved its originality.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just surprised at how awesome it looks for the technology they had in 1988. So just imagine what we could do now.
I know, if we didn't keep using this 3D crap.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we have motion capture, but that's not really taken off yet.
Yeah, well, that thing kind of died a very slow and agonizing death. Ironically, though, the guy who directed this film is actually the one that actually pushed for like the whole motion capture thing. That's so ironic.
Yeah, because he did Christmas Carol and he did Beowulf. Yeah.
Yeah, and he did Roger Rabbit.
And Roger Rabbit. I actually watched this movie like 2 weeks ago for the first time after I'd seen it like 15 years ago. So it was nice to see this again.
It is definitely held up tremendously, and it's still one of the funniest films I've ever seen. And that's probably the most mind-boggling scenes I ever seen. Well, two of them. Daffy Duck versus Donald Duck in a piano dueling contest, and Mickey Mouse and Bugs Bunny skydiving together. And we'll never see that again. We'll never have that experience ever again.
Yeah, I doubt the studios will ever make that happen again.
It was beautiful, though. So beautiful.
Yeah. When I saw this movie, I was like, I could see how this kickstarted the Renaissance and brought animation back to the people's minds.
It brought it back to the forefront. It showed that animation isn't only just kids' fare. I mean, that movie is a mix of both silly, cartoonish antics, but also a lot of heavy adult themes. I mean, shoot, the cartoons, they smoke, they drink, and they cuss. That's mind blowing.
Yeah, especially for the time, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just saying, like, I feel like we're dragging this on. I'm sorry, I keep rambling. I just love this film so much. I could talk hours upon hours of Roger Rabbit, but yeah, we can move on.
No, that's fine. After every question, we usually talk about it, so you're doing fine. So you have 1,000 points, BlackCriticGuy. No matter what happens today, you can't leave less than that. How's that feel?
Yes. Oh, I live to fight another day, guys. Are you proud of me yet? Are you proud of me?
10 questions.
Mom.
We got 10 questions more to the million. Can you make it?
Oh, come on.
All right, BlackCriticGuy. Let's go. 2,000 points.
Let's do this.
Which of the following Disney princesses was created after the death of Walt Disney? Snow White, Ariel, Cinderella, Aurora.
Man, this is easy. Sorry, I know we've been playing up the facade that I feel like it's hard, but this one, come on, man, come on. You picked 3 of the ones that Disney actually worked on, so the answer obviously has to be B. Final answer.
Your final answer. Ariel, the Little Mermaid. Your answer is correct.
What? I thought I was going to get that wrong, man. Oh, I thought I purposely picked the wrong answer.
Hey, don't worry. It gets harder. Don't worry.
I guess I was really a part of her world this time.
So what I was going to ask you, what is your opinion on all these live action remakes that Disney is doing of like their animated films?
I don't know if you saw my rant I did last year, but I hate them. I hate them with a growing passion. I feel like they're unnecessary and kind of cheapen what the originals were. Now, I will make one exception. I loved what they did with the Jungle Book. They actually made it a story instead of just silly antics by cute animals and a half-naked kid walking around in the jungle. They actually made an interesting story and made Mowgli an interesting character. Now, if they do that, if they try to like modernize it to make the characters more deep and complex, then I probably might not have a problem. But the thing about Ariel and The Little Mermaid is that it's already a modern film with a lot of complexities. I mean, yeah, sure, she acts like a whiny teen, but that's what a teenager is. Even in modern times, teenagers act like Ariel. So there's no need for a remake of The Little Mermaid. And how dare you spit on the grave of Howard Ashman, one of the greatest composers, greatest songwriters of all time. Though he was short-lived, seriously. He gave a mermaid her voice and a beast his heart. Come on. Come on, man. You're going to spit in this. And they're doing both of his films, dude.
Yeah,
both
Beauty
of
and
them.
the Beast, too, yeah.
The Little Mermaid and the Beauty and the Beast. And I think the Beauty and the Beast one angered me the most because out of all of their films, Beauty and the Beast was the only animated film ever to be nominated for Best Picture from Disney itself. And here they are let's make it live action.
Exactly.
Because that's smart. Sorry, I guess I went on a little rant there. I should not have done that.
No, you're fine. No, I was going to say that I too am in principle against these live action remakes, and I really wish they would stop, but the problem is they make so much money at the box office, so they're not going to stop.
It can't stop, won't stop, gonna make your pockets rot, The
only two that I'm open to that it doesn't anger me so much is Jungle Book, like you said. I haven't seen it yet, but just the idea of adapting the Jungle Book as a live action is not something I'm too against.
It's really good, though. It's really good.
Yeah, I got the DVD. I plan to watch it this week because I'm going to review it for my live action. I have a live action Disney blog where I review all the live action Disney movies.
Dang, so, I'm going to have to check that out then.
Yeah, I'll send you the link later. And the other one I'm open to is they said they're going to make a live action adaptation of the books that the Black Cauldron was based on.
See, that's oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say that I think is a good idea because especially how obscure Black Cauldron is in terms of people's knowledge and stuff, and basically how quote unquote bad people thought it was, that I could see a live action remake being done about.
Exactly. You should take films that were duds in the past and remake them for modern times and actually try to tell a much more complex story. The problem I had is that they kept taking already famous big hit films and then remaking them. The Black Cauldron is a fantastic idea because that literally takes the concept of taking something that was bad and looked upon negatively in the past and trying to revamp it to make it look good. I think there was a bunch of YouTubers I saw that if you're going to remake something, remake a crappy film and make it good. That's a remake I think a lot of us could get behind because you take an old established film, old established medium that didn't work then, and then you refit it for modern times and make it work. I think that's a great idea. Something that's evergreen, like The Little Mermaid, Cinderella, with morals that still stick by even years later, just doesn't need to be remade. So, but the Black Cauldron does sound interesting, and I'm guessing they're going to try a whole Lord of the Rings-esque type approach with it, which I think is fantastic, and I hope they cast somebody from Game of Thrones to be. In fact, they should just hire the entire cast of Game of Thrones to be in the Black Cauldron. So,
yeah. So let's keep our fingers crossed and hope that turns out well. Because then they have stupid ideas like remaking Dumbo and remaking Winnie the Pooh.
That was actually the catalyst that caused my rant. That was the catalyst.
Yeah.
So.
Oh well. Let's not talk about it more. We're just going to upset ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. Let's move on to
Let's move on. You got
5,000 points.
5,000 points. BlackCriticGuy, you're doing fine. Here we go. In the 2011 motion capture animated film, The Adventures of Tintin, which character or characters does not make an appearance?
Oh, no.
Captain Haddock, Professor Calculus, Nestor, Thompson and Thompson.
Oh, crap.
Oh, we stumped you finally.
Oh, crap.
Have you seen this one?
I've not seen this film. Oh, well, I've seen it, but not I know what is not the answer, but I'm stuck between two choices right now, that's why. But I don't want to use the 50-50, that's why.
Well,
God.
You could call a friend or you could ask Robert as the expert.
What
are the two choices you're stuck between?
C and B. I already know. I know Captain Haddock is in there, and also Thompson and Thompson because they're played by Simon Pegg and his buddy. I keep forgetting Nick Frost. There you go, Simon Pegg, Nick Frost. I know those two characters are in there. I think I know who it might be, but I'm really cautious about this now. So, ooh, God, why'd you have to stump me so early, dog? Why'd you have to stump me so early?
You're the one complaining that the first three were too easy.
Good point. So if I call the expert,
well, I would say there's no.
I mean, I don't want to use it yet. I'm hypothetically, if I were to call the expert, would he like give a hint to what the answer is, or?
The way the expert works is I've asked him the questions already, and then I click this button. You see how he responded, but usually he tells you what the answer is if he knows it. Or if he doesn't, he'll say something like, "Oh, I don't know the answer, but it could be either, A or B or something like that."
Okay, I might have to go on a stretch here. Okay, I think
just keep in mind you're not obliged to go with what he says, and he could be right or he could be wrong. It's just how he answered the question.
Well, I'm gonna answer this for myself. Okay. And I'm literally nervous now because I don't know if this is the right answer. So, but I think I'm gonna go with this one. So,
and take your time. Don't say final answer until you're sure.
I'm gonna go with B, Professor Calculus.
Black Critic Guy, is that your final answer?
That is my final answer.
Oh.
So nervous.
You didn't see this film. You had no idea. Well, you was one of two choices, and you kind of just took a guess with B, Professor Calculus.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Black Critic Guy, if you get this wrong, that's the end of the game. You'll leave with 1,000 points.
I know. I'm scared. So scared.
BCG Nation, we need your help here. Your answer is correct.
Oh, dang you, man! You made me feel so freaking scared. Like he's waited so long. I'm like, oh, this is not comfortable.
Nice.
So wait, who was Nestor? Out of curiosity.
Nestor is the butler of Marlin Spike Hall.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. Who's Professor Calculus then?
This is Professor Calculus here in this picture. Uh-huh. He appears. I don't know if you're familiar with the Tintin comic books, but he appears in the comic book that's the direct sequel to The Secret of the Unicorn, which this film was based on.
Oh,
so that's why he didn't appear yet.
Oh, well, I mean, I know of the comic. I know that was the inspiration of it, and I know that they wanted to make a sequel, but it didn't really do well.
Yeah, like this is one of my favorite non-big company animated films, like not Disney or Pixar or DreamWorks or anything.
And it's directed by Steven Spielberg. I mean, how could you go wrong with that?
Yeah, exactly. And I'm a big Tintin fan. I've read all the books, and I'm really excited for a sequel. But Peter Jackson's taking his good old time to work on that. So.
Oh, is he going to direct the next one?
Yeah, the way they made the pact, they said Spielberg would do the first one, Jackson would do the second, and I think they'd collaborate for the third.
I mean, if they actually do it now.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the thing.
But I remembered like Tintin having some really solid action in the movie. I mean, that whole scene where he's running away from the guys and he's on the bike and he goes on the roof. It felt like I was playing Uncharted all of a sudden.
That was a beautiful scene because that scene was one shot long.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't cut nothing. So it was just amazing just to see that camera rolling. And remember, it's motion capture, so they're still technically doing most of those stuff.
Yeah, most of those stunts in real time while it's, they do animated, but that's after the fact of filming the shots and all that good stuff. And I do find it funny that they have freaking Captain Haddock, and I believe, isn't he the drunkard guy that teams up with Tintin, right?
Yeah, he's like a drunken captain.
Yeah, he's the drunken captain that teams up with him, and that he's played by Andy Serkis.
Yeah, he's
Peter Jackson favorite.
King. Yeah, you can't have a motion capture film without him.
I mean, come on. He's like the go-to guy. If you don't have him, you're going to have Mars Meets Moms, and no one needs that again.
He's doing his own Jungle Book adaptation?
It sucks because I'm sure that's going to be so fantastic, but now that freaking Disney blew them out of the water, it's gonna just feel like it's riding the coattails of that, and they're like, oh, it's not as good, but
That's the adaptation I was more excited for, even more so than
Because, I mean, it's Andy Serkis, man. How can you go wrong?
It's Benedict Cumberbatch. It's Christian Bale. It's like everyone I love.
Yeah, we're going to have freaking Batman, Jungle Book.
Yeah.
Where's Mowgli? Where's Mowgli? I want an answer.
And if he does that voice, we're all going to scream. Oh. All right, BlackCriticGuy, you're still in the game.
I'm not even kidding. I was sweating profusely. I did not know if I was going to get it right.
All right, don't worry. You're 3 away from the next benchmark. Hopefully, you can make it at least there. But we want to
just don't throw any wrenches my way anymore, man.
Hey, you never know. There could be another one coming up. 10,000 points, BlackCriticGuy. Let's go. Which of the following years did DreamWorks Animation only release one film in theaters? I'm talking about American and Canada release dates only. 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015.
Only one film, you said?
Only one, yeah.
You gotta think of this carefully.
Is this scaring you like the other one, or is this better?
It's not scary. It's just now I gotta remember my film dates.
Are you a DreamWorks Animation fan in general?
I mean, I enjoy their films. I don't think. Well, I mean, I love the first Shrek. I love the second Shrek. I love the Croods was pretty good. I would say I'm a fan of theirs. I wouldn't say I'm like an uber fan of theirs. Yeah, but I can rule out 2013 because I know for a fact that's the year the Croods came out, and they also came out with Turbo. 2012 is a very hard one. I can't really think of what films came out in 2012 for them. Oh, and I also liked Home. Home was pretty good. And I believe that one came out in 2015. That's the only one I know there. Huh.
You have lifelines, don't forget.
I remember that was just one film. That was just one film. Huh. See, I'm conflicted. I know it's not 2013, and it definitely is not 2014 because that's the same year that Sherman, that freaking the dog and the kid,
Peabody
that one came out that year. Thank you, Mr. Peabody and Sherman came out, and also How to Train Your Dragon 2 came out. So it's not 2014. I remember that because I remember they made this whole fiasco about how, oh my God, and also they came out with the Penguins movie that year too, and they pushed Home, which was supposed to come out in 2014, to 2015. So that they could release the Penguins of Madagascar because they're like, oh, that's going to be a surefire hit. And then it kind of wasn't the surefire hit that they were hoping it to be.
Ooh, this is hard. I'm trying to think carefully, that's why. What came out in 2012?
What came out in 2012? I feel like something came out in 2012, but I just can't think of it. Huh. Because 2010 was How to Train Your Dragon and Shrek Forever After. 2011 was something else. Now that I think about it, they only had one film in 2015. It was Home. That's it. That's all they had. Because I don't remember hearing about any other DreamWorks animated films that year. Ooh, this is definitely another tough one you're throwing me, buddy.
Yep.
But I do remember not seeing any other DreamWorks films last year besides Home. Maybe it's because I didn't watch any for myself, but yeah, I don't really remember there being another DreamWorks film last year besides Home. Huh. Damn it, dude. Oh, you. 2011 was Kung Fu Panda 2. I remember that. What the hell was 2012? What came out in 2012 for them? I feel like they did have a film in 2012, but I just can't think of what it is. Huh.
You're free to use any lifeline if you want.
Yeah, but I mean, this isn't like a super duper tough. I'm stuck between two choices again. But I don't remember anything in 2012 at all. Like nothing's coming to mind. Although I'm sure that they had something, but I can't think of anything. 2015 for sure. I only saw one film from them. That was Home, and I didn't see anything else. And they did they were doing the whole reshuffling too. Because they were going to release Kung Fu Panda last year, but they pushed it to January. It was supposed to come out in December. Okay, I think I might have my answer then.
What's your answer?
This is a tough one, buddy. I'm not going to lie. This is a tough one. I'm going to go with... See, you can already see my hesitance. Fudge me. God, why couldn't you have picked like Pixar, man? Couldn't you have picked Pixar for me?
No, sorry, all these questions are from a random number generator to determine the category, so blame that.
That's not fair. That's not fair to me, man.
Well, too bad.
I think I'm gonna pick. Okay. I think I'm gonna pick D, 2015.
BlackCriticGuy, is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
Okay. You said 2015, final answer. You only remembered Home. I'd say you're right. Home did come out last year. Good job. But did anything else come out? BlackCriticGuy, your answer is correct.
Oh, wow. Woo!
Yeah, you're right. Last year was when they did the reshuffling, and because of it, we only had one film last year, which was Home.
Yeah.
2012 was Rise of the Guardians.
That's the one I forgot.
And
oh wait, Madagascar.
Madagascar 3, yeah.
How did I forget that?
Yes.
That was actually one of my favorites from them. I'm like, wow, the Madagascar series actually got good.
Yeah. That's actually the only Madagascar film I like.
Really? I was fond of the second one because I felt like that's where they embraced the silliness of it all. Because in the first one, I felt like they were trying to be a bit serious. Like, hey, look at this kind of story that has kind of been told before. And the second one, they're like, okay, how silly can we be with this concept? And also because it was one of Bernie Mac's last films before he passed away. So I was like, Bernie.
Yeah.
I'm so happy, man. I literally
I'm happy for you too.
I was on the edge of my seat because I was thinking it can't be 2012. I remember there being two films, but I didn't remember what they were. You threw me off, man. You're lucky I knew about 2013 and 14. You couldn't trick me there.
Yeah, and you didn't even use any lifeline yet, so that's good. Dreamworks it's like a hit and miss. About half their films I like, and about half of them I don't like.
I actually ended up enjoying Home after the first third of the film ended and they started bonding more and they had like a really like cute. I just thought it was a really cute film and they had a really nice relationship. Okay. And I thought like the third act was really good, although they did that whole freaking cop out where the character ends up being alive even though we clearly saw him die. The waste of a sacrifice. And I'm like, don't manipulate me like that. But the movie actually had some really touching moments, like the scene where the little girl is trying to find her mom in the crowd of people and they have that music that plays and she finally gets reunited. I remembered actually being touched by that scene. It's a simple scene. It's kind of cliche, but it was handled so well and I couldn't say no to it. Steve Martin was so annoying in that. He was more annoying than freaking
Jim Parsons. Yeah.
Oh.
This is actually one of the films I really do not like from DreamWorks.
Really? Wow. Okay, I guess I'm gonna lose the next round because I like the film. And you're like, you failed me, bro.
Good thing our favorites don't determine how far you go. So.
Are you sure? I don't know. You have the finger on the trigger after all.
Depends. How much did he bribe me today?
A lot.
Oh, okay. You might go far. Okay. 20,000 points, BlackCriticGuy.
Okay.
Which The Simpsons voice actor provided the voice of Bart?
Oh,
Rhino Bart in the
wow.
1997 animated non-blue film Anastasia.
After all those hard ones, you give me an easy one? God.
You don't even want the choices?
I mean, I need the choices to give you the right letter.
A. Dan Castellaneta. I can never say that name. B. Harry Shearer. C. Hank Azaria. D. Nancy Cartwright.
Okay, let's not beat around the bush. It's C. Hank Azaria. Final answer.
Oh, so that one you went straight away. You knew that one.
Out of all the Simpsons, before you say if the answer is right or not, out of all the Simpson actors, Hank Azaria is the most prolific outside of the Simpsons. So it was kind of easy hint, but also this was a fact I knew already. But go ahead, let's hear what my answer was.
Let's hope your memory is correct and you're not doubting yourself. Your answer is correct.
You try to phase me. Come on, don't phase me. Yeah,
this is the Anastasia, the quote-unquote Disney film that everyone loves.
Right? Oh, God, that pissed me off so much. I keep telling people, stop saying Anastasia is a Disney film. It's not a Disney film. Fox made it, surprisingly, and it was good. The minute that you asked, like, what Simpson voice actor, I'm like, it's going to be Hank Azaria. Like, most of the Simpson voice actors outside probably Dan Castellaneta, who voiced the genie for some, and he also was the grandpa in Hey Arnold and all that stuff. Hank Azaria is the most prolific outside of The Simpsons. Harry Shearer, he doesn't like doing anything that isn't like The Simpsons or for like a buddy or like radio talk show. Nancy Cartwright does absolutely nothing outside of The Simpsons that I know of. So does Yardley Smith and also
Julie Kavner.
Yes, Julie Kraftner.
Large, I talk like this, like I just smoked a pack of cigarettes.
That's pretty good. Well, BlackCriticGuy, you're at the interesting point. The next one is a 32,000. You get that right, you have 32,000 no matter what. You get it wrong, you lose with 1,000.
I'm so mad at you, man. The last two were so hard on me, and then you throw me the bar talk, and I'm like, God, that's so easy.
Well, hey, it works in your favor, doesn't it?
True. It kept me on my toes. I'll give you that.
32,000 points. In the 2013 Sony animation film, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2, what kind of fruit is the character Barry? Strawberry, blueberry, blackberry, mulberry.
Blackberry like my phone. The answer is going to be A, strawberry. Final answer.
You do realize you get this wrong, that's the end of the game, right?
I have faith in myself, bro. I have faith in myself.
You have faith in yourself. You have used no lifelines up to this point. Your answer is... I think you already know. It's correct. Good job.
Well, I'm so mad at you right now. The two I just answered were so easy, and then the other two before it were... You should have put those before these.
Determining the hardness of questions is sometimes a bit difficult, but
I try to get
the average, what the average person might know, and use that as my.
I'm so mad at you, literally.
Hey,
try to get me, guys, at the 10,000 mark. But you know what? I proved him wrong.
You did. You got to 32,000. You can't lose less than that, no matter what.
Now let's see if I can make it to 1 million.
But you have. I think only one time this has happened where no one used a lifeline up to this point. So there's a pretty good chance.
Was it Robert? Was it Robert?
No, it wasn't him. It was someone
else.
Ha!
In your face, Robert! If you're watching this, look how far I got. How long did it take him to use a lifeline?
I think he used in like the 10,000 mark for the first round.
You see that, Robert? I hope you're watching this. You know, I might actually just send a link to this video just so you can see that little dance. Make that a GIF. You know, we'll put that all over the internet. It's gonna blow up, be viral, and this video will get like 1 million views.
Oh, it's like Robert.
I mean, I don't really know. He just seems like somebody I would be in competition with a lot, you know. But he's like a guy I would like have a live chat with, you know, talk with. That he just seems like that kind of guy to me.
Oh Oh, nice.
Okay, so tell me, how hard are we gonna get now that we're reaching the 64,000 all the way to 1 million?
Well,
Am I gonna pull my hair out?
I hope so.
You're praying for that.
Well, you never know. You found these last 2 ones easy. For all I know, you can find these 5 easy too.
You threw me off with that Tintin one, man. Ah.
Yeah.
All right,
Well,
I'm ready. Let's
go. 64,000. And you have 3 lifelines. Which of the following Blue Sky Studio films?
Oh, come on!
Is Wedge not direct or co-direct?
You just had to. You go ahead. Give me the answer.
Rio, Robots, Epic, Ice Age.
Buddy, I'm very disappointed in you. I'm very disappointed. Guys, I just want to let you know I'm very disappointed. I'm going to quit the game right here because it's so easy now that I'm going to just go ahead and do it in my sleep. So it's been fun. Game over. See you later. Play me off, Johnny. Just kidding. The answer is A, Rio. Final answer. You can't test me on Blue Sky Studios. I know it just as much as I know Pixar. So, boom.
Are you a fan of Blue Sky Studios, or you just know it?
No, I'm mad. I hate them so much. I hate them so much because I love them so much. We'll explain more once we find out if I got the answer right or not.
Your answer is correct.
So anyway, let me explain my love-hate relationship with Blue Skies. I actually thought Blue Sky was going to outbeat DreamWorks as the main competitor with Pixar, which I guess in hindsight, that was a stupid idea. Because I was so impressed with what they did with Ice Age. I was blown away with what they did with Ice Age 2. I thought it was excellent. I liked Rio a lot. In fact, I thought it would make a really good franchise and stuff. I never saw Epic, but I heard that failed epically. But then they started falling in those traps of sequelitis. They kept making more Ice Age films, and the more they made that, the more I got angry at them.
Yeah, they got 5 of them now.
They didn't do too well with Robots. I mean, it's decent, but the concept I felt like wasn't all that appealing, and it didn't really connect well. Is the problem? I didn't really connect well with this robot universe. It was a good attempt, but again, it just didn't connect well. Rio was honestly my last hope for them, and then they did Rio 2.
Well, to me, their magnum opus, the best film up to now, is definitely the Peanuts movie, I think.
Right? It's so good. Oh my God, it's so good.
That's the movie that gave me respect for them.
Right? It made me think, okay, maybe they're not all that terrible. And then they did Ice Age Collision Course.
Well, hopefully their Ferdinand film will be...
I really want them. I want them so badly to succeed, guys. I really do. But they keep making the same mistakes. They're going to freaking reach an early grave if they keep doing these Ice Age sequels. Abandon that franchise like DreamWorks abandoned Shrek. They realize that concept's not a novel thing anymore. We need to move on and evolve.
I guess you didn't hear the news. They're making a Shrek 5.
No, I heard the news. So
okay.
I was just saying in context of before that news came out.
Okay.
And why even make a Shrek 5?
It's
way past. I mean, if they were going to make a sequel to Shrek, they should have made it at a time where it was still fresh in everybody's mind and still had some. Yeah.
Especially in 2019 where they're planning it.
I mean, in my opinion, they might as well have just rebooted the entire franchise. Get a new cast of voice actors, get a new team behind it, and just do another Shrek story, but already have all the established characters. You don't need to do the origin story again. Just have the characters. They're on their own adventure. It's totally different from the original arc. So you think they're going to bring back the original voice actors too?
I think they're going to try at least.
I mean, Eddie Murphy might say no, but...
Well, yeah, I mean, that's probably where he gets most of his money from.
Well, he'll say no just for the sake of being, like, I'm sick of this. Because, remember, Eddie Murphy, out of everybody, he was the one that was just like, I'm done with this. I don't want to do this anymore. In fact, he was so done with it that when they made a special that aired on TV, I think it was like a Halloween special, he didn't voice Donkey. He said, I didn't want to voice Donkey after doing Shrek Ever After. That's my final Shrek film. So, I don't know if his tone has changed over the years because he hasn't made a hit film since. the Shrek franchise, but I don't know.
If they pay him well enough, I'm sure he'll go back.
Oh, I'm sure. I have a feeling he will. It's just I don't see it happening just yet.
All right. Well, BlackCriticGuy, this is an exciting point. 4 questions away, and you have 3 lifelines.
I know, right? I'm actually very disappointed in you, man. The last 3, they were like, the other 2 had me on the ropes, and then we got to 20, and like everything kind of just it plateaued, and I'm just like, what? But you never know. The next 4 could be extremely, extremely difficult. So we'll have to wait and see. But
it all depends on who I play with. I don't make the games depend based on who's my contestant is. So
yeah, you went against the BlackCriticGuy, a lover of animation. So
yeah, I've heard of BlackCriticGuy, and he probably doesn't know much. And then he gets the 64,000 to go. Darn.
we're about to pass my subscriber rate.
Oh yeah, I checked. It was 60-something thousand, right?
Yep.
Nice.
So close to 100,000.
Let's see if you can do this. 125,000 points. BlackCriticGuy. In the 2014 direct-to-video animated film Scooby-Doo Franken-Creepy, which character is said to be descended from a scientist who once created a monster which inspired Mary Shelley to write her novel Frankenstein? Fred, Daphne, Velma, Shaggy.
Okay, now this one is hard. I've never seen Scooby-Doo Franken-Creepy.
Are you a Scooby-Doo fan in general?
Huh?
Are you a Scooby-Doo fan in general?
I am a Scooby-Doo fan. Now I'm going to take a bit of context clues here. So in 2014, in the 2014 direct-to-DVD or direct-to-video, I don't know why I said that, anime film series, which character is said to be descended from the scientist who created the monster which inspired Mary Shelley to write the novel Frankenstein? I have a sneaking suspicion who it might be, only because of who the character is, although I am a bit weary about it. So I think I'm going to use my first thing, and I'm gonna ask the expert.
Okay. Your first lifeline. You want to ask the expert. What are you leaning towards, may I ask?
Do you really want to know?
Yeah.
Well, considering who the characters are, all of them, the one that comes to mind is Velma. She's the nerd, she's a smart girl, she's the bookworm, and I would assume that the Scooby-Doo writers, not being all that clever, would be like, wouldn't it be cool if we said Velma descends from the line of scientists that like created Frankenstein? My other guess is Fred, but I only say that because he's brutish, and I thought, because he's brutish like Frankenstein, but I'm like, no. Although I would laugh my butt off if it was actually Shaggy, because it's like a twist on like Shaggy's like the really chill, lax, dim-witted hope of the group, and then he has a scientist brother or something like that, and it's just like, what? He's a genius? So I guess this is an interesting question, because it could play off of so many things, and even it could be Daphne too, because again, going against tropes, Daphne's known as the airhead of the group, just there to kind of look pretty. What if she also was the descendant of like the Frankenstein, all that stuff? Again, I just went off of context clues. I could be wrong, so. Well,
let's see what Robert Lydon said. Robert Lydon, I'm coming to you for the first time. I asked you this question earlier. If I could find my cursor, there it is. Robert said, C, Velma.
Oh, I don't know if I can trust Robert on this one. It's so obvious that I feel like it's not the answer. I don't know. I'm just being.
You're free to use another lifeline if you want. You can phone a friend or.
I'm gonna use my lifelines, all of them, for the Scooby-Doo question. I mean, it's so hard because the other 3, the reason I would pick them is because they would buck the trend. Although that would have to hint at the fact that the Scooby-Doo writers are actually clever and would do something like that. It just seems like too obvious to say it's Velma. Dang. Robert did win last time, and he thinks it's Velma. I can't ask you what you think. You're the game host, and you know the answers.
Yeah.
Oh, see, now this is a tough one. This is literally a tough one.
I'm glad.
I guess the other 3 were just trying to put me in a state of relax, like, this is gonna be easy. Oh crap. Oh, this is
Up to you what you want to do. You could walk away. You could take a guess. Whatever you want.
I don't want to use my 50-50 yet. I want to save that for the last one. Okay, I think I'm gonna pick an answer then. Oh man, I'm so scared though. It's actually kind of scaring me now.
What are you picking?
Oh man, this is tough. I ain't even lying. This is tough.
There's a 125,000 points. I mean, can't be too easy.
Oh no, you definitely did not make it that easy. Well, look at you laughing like an evil villain over there. Woo!
This is fun.
Okay, I think I'm gonna pick an answer now. I think I said that already, but okay.
What's your answer, BlackCriticGuy?
I'm gonna pick what Robert said. I'm gonna pick C, Velma.
Is that your final answer?
Yes, that's my final answer.
All right.
Hopefully I didn't commit suicide to this.
Well, you kind of thought it was Velma, and you asked Robert, and he said Velma. Are you both right? Oh, BlackCriticGuy, your answer is... correct!
Oh!
Good job. Yeah,
Oh, man.
both Robert and I are big Scooby-Doo fans, and I think he's seen, I think, all the directed-video ones, and I've seen most of them, except for like 2. So yeah, that's the character, Velma. They kind of go back to like Europe, to like some German-type country, and then somehow, I forget what exactly happens, but she starts to try to recreate a monster.
So it was Velma the whole time. See, yep. I told you, the Scooby-Doo writers aren't that clever to make it like a twist. It's actually Shaggy. Although, wouldn't that be more interesting though if we found out like one of the dim-witted characters is actually descended from a family of intelligent scientists? It's such an obvious choice to say that Velma, the smartest person in the group, is the one that descends from a line of scientists.
Well,
is that Velma or is that her ancestor?
That's Velma.
She transforms into Frankenstein's bride?
Yeah, I was trying to say that they go to Europe in some German-type country, and then I forget what exactly happens, but she gets obsessed with kind of her ancestor and recreating a monster, and this is what happens to her.
May I say, though, I know everyone liked Daphne, but I always thought Velma was the hottest member of the Scooby-Doo gang. Maybe it's my affinity for like girls with glasses or nerds. I loved her so much. I liked her personality. She was sweet. And also like the girl that played her in the live action movies, Linda Cardellini, who actually is the voice of the redhead from Gravity Falls. Ooh, her name escapes me. Do you remember her name?
No, I didn't see Gravity Falls.
Wendy. Her name was Wendy.
I know she was also the voice of Hot Dog Water in Scooby-Doo Mystery Inc.
Yeah, she was the original Velma in the live action, and I remember having a crush on her as a kid. I'm like, God, she not only looks just like Velma, but she's just like they did the whole thing of making her look hot in the second film, which I thought went against the character. She's not supposed to look hot. She's just supposed to look like she's the plain member of the group. The hot one is always Daphne. Don't outmake her, outshine Daphne, and know your place. But for me personally, I've always liked Velma. I thought Velma was the hottest.
Okay, and I'm
little fun fact for all of you. That's something I've never told anybody, by the way. So hey, fun fact that you can only see here on Mark Brown's channel.
Yeah, on the Animation Commendation. Nice. Yeah, I'm Team Daphne all the way. She's always been my #1 fictional crush.
Man, come on. You're so cliche. You're more cliche than the last 3 answers, man.
Well, how about the next 3? Let's see how they go. You have 2 lifelines to go to choose from.
Well, I'm glad.
I have a good feeling about this. 250,000.
Let's see.
In which English language dub of a Studio Ghibli film does the comedienne Carol Burnett lend her voice to one of the film's characters?
Ooh, this is good.
Howl's Moving Castle. When Marnie Was There. The Tale of Princess Kaguya. Secret World of Arrietty. I know you're a big anime fan, but are you into Studio Ghibli films too?
I am, but not the English dub. So This one's gonna throw me off on a tizzy a little bit. This is a hard one too.
Hey, 250,000.
Ooh, this is a difficult one now.
Yeah, 50-50, and you could either ask the expert again or phone a friend if you want.
Oh man, because I remember seeing her before, but I don't remember
Where, in what capacity?
because I didn't see when Marnie was here or there. I didn't see The Secret Life of Arrietty. I didn't see The Tale of Princess Kaguya. I did see Howl's Moving Castle, but I'm trying to think like what character she could have voiced, because if I remember correctly, the old voice actor that they got for that one was what's his name's old girlfriend.
Ooh, her name escapes me now too. Oh, shoot.
I don't think it's Howl's Moving Castle though. I think it's one of the newer ones. Ooh, this one's hard. I might have to ask the expert for this one again.
You want to ask Robert again?
I want to ask Robert again.
Okay, Robert.
Final answer.
Robert, you helped us out last time. Let's see what you say for this one. We asked Robert, and he said, it's either Howl's Moving Castle or The Secret World of Arrietty.
Oh, thanks for your help, man. Thanks for your help. It's either Howl's Moving. I just said it wasn't Howl's.
Remember, he could be right, he could be wrong. That's just how he thought it was.
Darn, dude. I know for certain it's not Howl's Moving Castle. I know that because I saw I watched the English dub of that one. It's not that. I do have a sneaking suspicion though that it is The Secret World of Arrietty.
And you have a 50-50 if you want to use it again.
I mean, I could go for that. I could, but I want to save that for the million one though.
You're confident you make it, huh?
Oh, I have quite the ego on me. I mean, I don't know if you've seen my YouTube channel with over 68,000 subs. You know that really strokes a man's ego.
Nice.
Ooh, I'm not even gonna lie. This is pretty difficult.
I want to say The Secret Life of Arrietty, although I have I feel like it's between that one and The Tale of Princess Kaguya. But I could be wrong. Is the thing. So,
ooh, this is actually a difficult one. This is a good one. I like this.
Nice. Glad it's up to your stuff.
But Rob, dang it, Rob, you weren't helpful there, bro. Oh man, I should have just called a friend.
Well, you can't phone a friend anymore because you used two experts.
I know. That's why I said I should have phoned a friend.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I thought you were wondering if you were going to do it now.
No. I was just saying I should have phoned a friend.
Yeah. Did you have a friend who know this?
I do have some friends that are big on Studio Ghibli films. So, this is gonna kill me too. It would be an anime question that kills me.
You can always use 50-50. I mean, whatever it takes to get out there.
But I want that for my million. I don't want to waste that yet. Okay. I think I'm going to pick an answer now. Okay. I think I'm going to pick an answer.
Okay, you don't have to. You could walk away too. It's up to you.
Lord Jeebus, help me. Okay. All right, I think I'm ready.
What's your decision? What are you doing?
I'm going to pick D. I'm going to pick D, The Secret World of Arrietty.
BlackCriticGuy, you could walk away, you could do other stuff. Is it your final answer?
Does it look like it's my final answer?
That's not affirmation.
It's my final answer. Yes.
Okay, well, you didn't know this one. You had a good feeling it wasn't Howl's Moving Castle, but he wasn't sure about the others. Then he asked Robert, and he said it could be Howl's Moving Castle, or it could be this one. Is this the end of the game for you? If it's wrong, you lose with 32,000. If it's right, you go to the $500,000.
Don't remind me.
Black Critic Guy, your answer is...
Oh my god.
Suspense is killing me. Correct!
Oh my god, really?
This is the character she plays.
Oh my god, that was such a shot in the dark too.
Nice.
I was like, damn, because I don't know who voiced there was an older lady in
In the
the Taylor
Castle, there's a couple of leads.
Well, no, for the Howl's Moving Castle, I knew that wasn't Carol Burnett. Her voice is very distinct. You'll know it's Carol.
Lauren Bacall was probably the one you're thinking of in
Huh?
Howl's Moving Castle. The lady you were thinking of, I think, was Lauren Bacall.
Yes, that's the girl. That's who I was thinking of because she voiced like the old lady that was like the main antagonist against our female lead.
Yeah.
And I was like, they did get another classic, like a old classic actress.
It had Gene Simmons also was in that, as well as Blythe Danner. So it's like 3 old ladies in that movie.
Yeah. So, but I was torn by Princess Kaguya because there's an old lady in that film too, and I was saying because I didn't see that one and I didn't know if Carol Burnett was in that either.
I didn't see that one either, but I think it was Betty White in that.
Oh, Betty White. Okay.
I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that.
But I'm so glad because I do remember hearing her name in the cast for Secret World of Arietti, although it was just a vague remembrance. Because the only person I know that was in the Secret World of Arietti for sure was Will Arnett. I knew he was in that.
Yeah, she plays the villain in this, actually, the antagonist.
Oh, really? That's actually pretty funny.
Yeah.
Ooh, man.
So if Robert hadn't said what he said, if you didn't ask the expert, would you have still gone with Arietti?
I actually would have because that was the one that I was like lingering towards.
Oh,
It's just I wasn't too sure. I never saw when Marnie was there, and I didn't see Princess Kaguya, and I didn't see Secret World, but I had a vague suspicion that it was that one. I already knew for a fact it was not Howl's Moving Castle, and now I kind of feel bad that I wasted my expert's question. Oh, Robert!
Hey, whatever it takes to get there, you have to 500,000 points. This is the farthest anyone's ever gone for this season.
So I basically I've lived up to my title as being a connoisseur of animation.
Yes, let's see if you get it right now. That's the question.
Even though I pretty much most of like 3 of the 12 questions were shots in the dark. So about nearly 1/4. Yeah, 1/4 of the questions that were shot in the darks. All right, let's go.
Well, put on your thinking cap for this one. 50-50 you have. Let's go. Which of the following is not one of Metalbeard's Laws of the Sea in the 2014 animated film The Lego Movie?
I love this movie.
Never place your rear end on a pirate's face. Never wear a dress on Tuesday. Always abandon a lost cause. Never swab the deck with a pirate's leg.
Ooh. Ooh.
You said you love this movie. Do you remember this?
I did, but I know. Okay, I know it's not A or C. I remember those specifically. The wear the dress one is interesting because I think I remember him saying that too. But the never swap the deck with a pirate's leg is the thing that's throwing me off because I don't really remember that.
Yeah, 50-50. Up to you.
I do have 50-50, but I told you, don't try to make me waste my 50-50 when I'm not at the million point yet. Never wear a dress on a Tuesday.
And just remind you where you are. You get this wrong, you leave with 32,000, or you could walk away with 250,000.
Oh God! You know what? I'm gonna go all out for the 1 million instead. So I'm gonna keep all the answers for the 1 million. I guess I might as well just use my 50-50 right here.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
All right, that worked. 50-50. Let's go with 2 wrong answers. You said you're leaning towards B and D. Let's see what 50-50 gives you. C or D?
Oh, come on! God, I should have saved it. The answer is D. God.
Final answer.
See, that came in handy, didn't it?
No, it didn't. You did that. You did that on purpose, didn't you?
Yes, I planned it this way because I knew you'd have the 50-50 still, the 500,000 point question. The answer is correct.
Man, that was the one that threw me off too. I wasted my. Flip my table, man.
Don't do
I
that.
could have used it for the 1 million.
You could have, but you didn't. Oh, you've gone farther than anyone so far. That's a good thing in this season.
See, the dress thing, it makes sense to me because I'm like, that's silly. That seems like it would fall. Like the Pirates thing, I don't remember him ever saying that. So
yeah, here's the other three. It's never wear a dress on Tuesday, never release a kraken, and never put your hand in a clam's mouth.
Never put the hand in the clam's mouth. And always, I do remember him saying the booty thing. He said that out loud. And he also said the whole, like, always abandon a lost cause. Because they're like, we got to go do this, you know? He's like, I'm not going to do anything. Or he leaves the party early because he abandons a lost cause. He doesn't see the point of fighting.
Nice.
Context clues always help.
Yes, I try. I try to help you.
God, it would have been more interesting if you kept freaking the B and D. Then that would have threw me off.
But like I said, I don't like to force anything, so everything's random. So I use a random number generator for that too to determine which two are left.
Oh,
everything's randomized, so you
so
can't
much
accuse
right
me.
now. You made me waste my 50-50 when I was trying to save that for the million one. Okay, well let's just go to the million.
Okay.
This would suck if I lose this.
Okay, breathe. Let me just remind you, you get this right, you win, get $50 gift card, there's no second round for anyone. You get this wrong, you lose, and you leave with 32,000, which is still good. Or you can walk away with 500,000 if you want and hope for a second round, which is most likely going to happen. Okay, take a deep breath.
Dang it, you made me waste
1 million points. I didn't think you'd get this far, but I'm glad you did.
I'd be honest, I didn't think I was going to get this far.
The questions just were in your favor, I guess. Yeah. Here we go. The famous film composer Henry Mancini worked on only 2 animated films in his life. One was The Great Mouse Detective. What was the other one? Tom and Jerry, the movie. Jetsons, the movie. Rover Dangerfield. Once Upon a Forest.
Ooh, see, this is where the 50-50 should have came in. Oh,
how do you feel about this question?
You definitely did not lie. This is a really hard one. And a 50-50 would have really... A 50... Huh?
Are you familiar with Henry Mancini?
Who is he?
In the question. The famous film composer.
No, I mean, like, who is he? Like, what did he compose? Like...
But he composed a lot of classic Hollywood films, like he did Moon River and Breakfast at Tiffany's, and a lot of classic Hollywood films.
See, I'm trying to think right now because I'm in the back of my head. I'm listening to the score. In the back of my head, I'm listening to the score of The Great Mouse Detective, and I'm looking at all these films and thinking like which one would sound the most similar. Because a lot of people feel like there's like when you hear a composer, they all sound the same, but to me, no, they don't sound the same. They all sound vastly different because they all have their thing. With Henry Mancini, the theme that he used with the Great Mouse Detective is very mousy, like it's a din, 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 something like that. And so I'm kind of leaning towards Once Upon a Forest. And out of all of these films, Once Upon a Forest actually features a very famous opera singer. So it would make sense that he would compose that. The Tom and Jerry movie, I'm not too keen on the idea of him composing that. Although you're throwing me off because all 3 of them, Rover Dangerfield, Tom and Jerry the movie, Once Upon a Forest, they're all musicals. The Jetsons movie I never saw, but I'm pretty sure that's not a musical. You still there, buddy? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, you went silent there. So.
No, yeah. I'm just giving you time to think. Don't want to disturb you.
It would really suck if he had to do like Tom and Jerry and Rover Dangerfield. Like, really, you got 2 films you could have done a musical score on, and you did Tom and Jerry or Rover Dangerfield. Come on, man. Like The Great Mouse Detective is one of those rare. It's one of those rare Disney films that really went underappreciated.
Well, don't say that too loud. Disney might try to remake it live action.
I mean, personally, I wouldn't mind them remaking The Great Mouse Detective, but I want it to be more of a CG hybrid.
Like the Secret of Nim one that they're planning.
Oh, see, that one shouldn't have been remade. That's upsetting. Because The Secret of Nim is a perfect film as it is. Like, you want to talk about excellent... You want to talk about an excellent film that has dark subject matters for kids? Secret Life of Nim. Like, I remember one of my subscribers asked me to review it. I reviewed it. I loved it to death. And then I found out the Nostalgia Critic loved it just as much as I did. And I'm like, what? God, you're throwing me off here, dude.
It's $1 million point. I can't make it easy.
No, you're right. You're totally right not to make it easy.
So I'm glad this is hard enough for you. Take your time.
See, if only I had my 50-50, man.
You made me waste my 50-50 on a stupid question, too.
I didn't make you. You chose.
Yeah. you didn't make me. Dang it.
You could walk away with 500,000 and come back for round 2. Up to
I
you.
could walk away. I don't want... I'm not one to give up. I love a challenge.
True.
By the way, am I allowed to ask when these films came out?
No, I don't give any hints on about any of the choices, so no.
See, the thing about it is that Tom and Jerry, Rover, Once Upon a Forest, they all came out in the 90s. The only one of this that came out in the 80s was the Jetsons movie, 89. Great Mouse Detective came out in 1984, something like that, around there. That's what's throwing me off right now, because I would pick Once Upon a Forest, but considering when Henry Mancini died, you said that he composed a lot of great films like
Breakfast at Tiffany's, Charade, and like a lot of good classic stuff.
So the question I have for myself is, did he do this recently? Like, could it be like he did The Great Mouse Detective, then he did like it was in the 80s where he composed? That's what I'm trying to disseminate. See, I'm trying to use context clues. And The Great Mouse Detective came out in the 80s. So it would make more sense that he would try to do something near the 80s too. The Jetsons movie would be the closest thing. Although Once Upon a Forest just feels like right up his alley too. So God, this one's so hard. I'm ruling out Tom and Jerry and Rover Dangerfield because that would just be an insult if he composed those. Dang.
This is exciting for me. I don't know about you, but I'm excited.
Why are you excited?
I want to see what you're doing.
You want to see what I'm doing?
No,
I'm trying to answer this darn question. That's what I'm trying to do.
It's a lot of fun being the host. It's a lot of power.
Yeah, too much. No one man should have all that power. Hashtag Kanye West.
God, you made me waste my 50, man. Made me waste my 50.
If it's any consolation, if you had asked Robert, he didn't know the answer to this one either.
Oh, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't. He's not much for composers, you know.
I mean, he gave some choices what he thought it would be, like the Studio Ghibli one, but he didn't know for sure which one it was.
Oh, I should not have used my 50-50. I really shouldn't have. Now I'm so upset.
Or if you'd saved expert, you could have phoned a friend or something with this one.
I doubt any of my friends would know any of this either. So
okay, never mind.
Yeah, no phoning a friend for me.
I wish I don't have a coin with me.
I wanted to leave it on like chance.
Do like Two-Face, Harvey Dent.
Heads, you live. You die.
I'm very much leaning towards the Jetsons the movie because it takes place in the 80s, and considering that I'm guessing Henry Mancini was an old man. He probably died before any of these other 3 films came out, before he could even like
Score them. But I really feel like he did Once Upon a Forest, though. That's the thing that keeps throwing me off.
Aren't you glad you came on the show today?
What? What did you say?
I said, aren't you glad you came on this show today?
Ain't I glad? I don't think the word glad is what I would use for that scene. Oh my god. This is difficult. Not even gonna lie.
I can just imagine what you're going through right now.
Because it's all on the line. If I get this wrong, I only leave with 32,000, right?
Yeah. Or you can walk away with 500,000.
I don't like walking away though.
But the good thing is, if you walk away and we do a second round, you're almost sure to be one of the top 5 to come back.
So wait, if I get this wrong and I get only 32, there's a high chance I'm not coming back?
Probably not, because the other 2 contestants, the one before you has 250,000, and usually most people they would walk away with a big number like that. So 32,000 is not that hard to get.
I mean,
I don't want to tell you what to do, but it's up to you.
I'm not one to be like, oh, I'll wait for another day. I feel like if I can do it now, I should do it now.
Cool.
Oh my god. Why do you hate me so much? The Great Mouse Detective. What was the other one? See, I could be wrong, because I'm considering that it's like takes place in the 80s, but what if he didn't die in the 80s is the thing. So that's the thing that's throwing me off right now.
True. There's only so much hints we can give.
No kidding, man. You really screwed me up, man. I want to pick Once Upon a Forest too, because it has mices in it, but I don't think that's a big enough reason to choose it. Just because they both have, like, both Jetsons and Once Upon a Forest have correlations that would make me choose it. The Jetsons was in the 80s, the Great Mouse Detective was in the 80s, so it would make sense that he would do it close to, like, back to back maybe. Well, not really back to back, because again, the Great Mouse Detective came out, what, 84 or something like that? And then Once Upon a Forest, I'm just saying, oh, because it's mice.
Yeah, maybe he had a clause. He said, I'm only doing mouse movies.
I don't want to do movies that are quick and nimble. But also what really, like, makes me want to choose Once Upon a Forest too is the opera singer that they have. I would feel like he would want to compose music with the opera singer in mind. I mean, if they got the opera singer and all that talent, wouldn't they also get, like, a talented composer to handle that?
Would they?
Wouldn't they? I mean, it'd be such a waste to do it on the Jetsons movie. It just doesn't register right. It doesn't sound right to me. I think I might have my final answer now.
Oh, yes, the final answer. What is your final answer?
Now I'm questioning myself again.
Sorry
if I'm holding you from, like, the answer.
No, the only thing I have to do is go to class at 3 o'clock, but that's it.
We're gonna sit here till 3 o'clock. No, I'm not gonna. Your audience will be so pissed at me. Ooh. I think I might have it. I think I
could be wrong. I don't know his style of music. That's why. That's the problem. If I actually knew his style of music, it would help a little bit more. But I don't. That's the problem. Henry Mancini.
Yeah, after this question, you're gonna go like YouTube Henry Mancini stuff now.
I'm gonna look him up and then be like, I hate you. You cost me $1 million points.
I bet you're just having so much fun seeing me in anguish.
Yep, it's fun. I think this job is so much fun.
Yeah, you're gonna put this in your vault like I made the Black Critic Guy. I tortured the Black Critic Guy mentally.
I bet now you're missing all those Tintin questions and stuff now.
I kind of am. At least with Tintin, I have an inkling of what to do. Like this one, I'm literally in the dark. I'm in the dark. I've seen 2 of these or 3 of these 4 movies, but I never thought about the composer ever with these movies.
What was the one you didn't see?
I didn't see the Jetsons movie.
Oh, okay.
Funny enough, Tom and Jerry the movie was actually one of my favorite movies to watch as a kid, and even though the nostalgia critic hated its guts, and I didn't really
I actually grew up with it too, and I quite enjoy that one too.
I didn't like the fact that they talked. I think it works best when they don't say anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agreed with him on that. When they started talking, that's when the movie kind of went downhill. I'm like, yep, he just had to ruin the whole idea of Tom and Jerry not talking. Like the reason that they work so well together is because they could play off of each other comedically with no dialogue. It's just slapstick and really well done slapstick. Rover Dangerfield, I remember watching as a kid too, and I enjoyed it. But looking back at it, it is a pretty stupid movie about a dog that is basically like, if let's say Roger Dangerfield, or yeah, it's Rodney Dangerfield is a dog.
Yeah.
That's the concept. And he goes around just saying one-liners. Hey, I don't get no respect at all.
No respect at all. Yeah.
It's a dog doing with a tie, even.
Tom and Jerry the movie is the only one of these 4 that I saw when I was a kid. The other 3 I saw like years later when I was trying to watch back like old animated movies I've never seen before.
Why'd they even make a Jetsons movie? Like it wasn't even that popular. It seems like
enough to make a movie.
It just seems like a weird choice. Wasn't that like a movie, or that movie came out in like '89? The Jetsons ended back in like the '70s, didn't they? Or am I
60s?
60s?
I think. I don't even think it's.
No, the 60s was the Flintstones, I think, and then you got the Jetsons later on.
Yeah, but I don't think it was too long after the Flintstones. I could be wrong, but
I mean, that if only that was the question. Which came first, the Jetsons or the Flintstones?
I mean, you'd love that 1,000,000 point question, wouldn't you?
I would, because at least I have an inkling, some knowledge.
Or the first one.
I think I delayed it enough. I think I should pick a final answer now.
Okay, so you're going ahead and picking something.
Okay. I feel, oh man, it's gonna suck. I'm so close, yet so far. And if I don't get this right, I can't come back to redeem myself. Dang, so much. It's heavy on the soul. Oh my God. Okay, I think I'm ready.
BlackCriticGuy, what's your decision?
I'm gonna go with.
So you're not walking away.
D.
You're going with the answer.
Once Upon a Forest.
Is that your final answer?
That is my final answer.
Oh, BlackCriticGuy. Yeah, no idea about this one. Took a guess, Once Upon a Forest. Oh, well, I could tell you, Henry Mancini died in 1994, which was after all these movies came out, so any movie was a good choice to choose.
Okay, God.
I can also say that, Jetsons movie came out in 1990, actually, not 1989.
Which one?
And Jetsons, the movie, came out in
1990? Whoops.
Yeah. But I could also say all these movies also had musical numbers, so they're all good choices too. Did you pick the right one? Once Upon a
My God.
You get this wrong, you go to 32,000. You get it right, you have that $50 gift card.
You know what? I have no regrets now. I had fun playing this game, and whatever the outcome is, I will live with it. So.
All right.
Come on, do it! Do it now!
Your answer is wrong.
Damn it!
You leave at 32,000. Believe it or not, it was Tom and Jerry the movie.
Fudge! Wow, really? Tom and Jerry? Wow.
This is him here, Henry Mancini, and it's just kind of sad that was the movie, the other one he did. But I mean, up to now, I still sing that "I've Done It All" song to myself, so I guess it is catchy. Well, BlackCriticGuy, well, you went to the million, and you're probably firing yourself for
dang it,
for taking a guess. You have 32,000, so if there's a second round, I'll let you know if you make it or not. But
I probably won't.
You never know. Some people could lose out before that. You never know.
I can't believe it, man! Tom and Jerry the movie.
You can go look him up now, huh?
Oh my God.
Well, BlackCriticGuy, it was wonderful having you on, and I'm grateful for you for doing this.
No, I don't feel wonderful. Okay.
Well, I feel wonderful having you on.
No, you don't. Just laughing in my face.
You got to the million point. No one's done that this season.
Movie.
Once I'm done, I'll put this on my blog and stuff. And I just want to know, is there anything you'd like to say before we close off here?
I would forever hate Tom and Jerry the movie. You know, it was a childhood favorite, but now it's the spawn of my existence. I hate that movie now. It's a terrible movie. Don't ever see. You know, I just might do a review today just so I can bash on that movie because I need a vent. It cost me my freaking 1 million points. Tom and Jerry the movie. And they made Tom and Jerry talk.
Well, if he does that, check out YouTube. Even if he does do it, check out his YouTube channel anyway, youtube.com/BlackCriticGuy. Anyway, this was fun. Thanks for coming on. Want to say bye to the folks?
It was fun for you. Disappointing for me. God, the one answer I needed to... See, this is why I shouldn't have used my 50-50. You cost me my 50-50.
Hey, well, at least if you come back for second round, you know what to do now.
Maybe I'll just come back for the next season, blow everybody away.
Yeah, hey, you blew us all away for getting to the million. You're only the third contestant, you know, and you got to the million. There's 7 more.
Yeah, but I didn't win it, though. I didn't win it. Oh, man. All right, you said you want me to say something final to the viewers?
Yeah, if you'd like to say goodbye or whatnot or anything else.
Oh, see, I don't believe in goodbyes. I only believe in see you later. So thank you guys for watching. I want to thank Mark Brown for inviting me to what's your show called?
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? The Animation Edition.
Oh no, like you say animation.
My blog is the Animation Commendation.
Okay, the Animation Commendation. I want to thank him for letting me be a part of this and be a part of the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Animation Edition. I didn't win. Upsetting, I know. God, Tom and Jerry the movie. It's the worst movie of all time now.
Where? How can people find you online if they want to look for you?
If you would like to find me online, I have a YouTube channel. If you go to youtube.com/BlackCriticGuy, you'll find me there where I do my reviews and top 10s. In fact, I'm making some more videos on this. I don't know when this video is going to come out, but like every Wednesday, I do like a live stream now where I watch something with my subscribers and good stuff like that. So yeah, I'm pretty excited, pretty stoked. But yeah, again, thank you, Mark, for having me on, even though I lost. Don't even give a star on Tom and Jerry. End it now before I go on another rant.
Okay, thanks. So we will see if someone else will make the million and get it right or not. We'll see if there's a second round. So goodbye, everyone. See you next time.
Peace.